Hi, this is Diamond and Silk.
Diamond and Silk, how are you? It's Jay and Mike.
Hi, we're doing wonderful.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. You guys must be.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, we're getting really excited. I didn't know you guys were coming to town with Corey Lewandowski this Friday, the 15th, 7 to 9, at the American Polish Cultural Center. And if people want to go and see you guys, they can get tickets at eventbrite.com. Do I have that right?
That's correct. They can go there and search out the show and come and see us. That's right.
That's right.
How many tours are you guys doing? You got the Chit Chat tour going on. You've got this one. There's another one with Diamond and Silk, breakfast with Diamond and Silk or something. You guys got...
No, wait a minute.
Have we overextended you?
Breakfast with us, but we are doing a Chit Chat tour, and that can go to diamondandsilk.com to get the Chit Chat tour tickets. But we are coming to Michigan this weekend.
Right.
Excellent.
And by the way, diamondandsilk.com has some killer T-shirts too, if anybody's interested.
And wine glasses.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, thank you all.
Yeah. Have you guys are on tour now? How is it going so far?
Oh, everything is wonderful. We're headed to our Diamond and Silk Chit Chat tour. We're going to be going to California. We really believe we can flip California red.
Come on, the land of fruits and nuts. Really, that place is insane.
Hold on, I got to stop you guys right now, and we'll get into your background and a lot of the particulars. But Silk, do you realize that you might be the best hype man out there right now? You're well placed, and
It's about staying in your own lane, doing your own thing, baby. I'm like the Vanna White of the Wheel of Fortune.
I mean, while Diamond is making a point, it's absolutely genius. The timing of this stuff, it's impeccable. Flava Flav, you're giving him a run.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the best.
We're trying to train. I want Jay to do the same thing, but he just doesn't get it right. He
all
throws it,
timing.
and I'm like, yeah, it's not as good as Silk. Not as good as Silk. Why the name Diamond and Silk, by the way? You guys actually, I don't know if people know this, but Lynette Hardaway and Rochelle Richardson, a.k.a. Diamond and Silk. Why did you guys go with that name?
Well, first of all, when we first got started back in 2015 when the president announced he was running for president, and this political climate was horrible. I mean, people were very upset that two African-American black women, sorry, because we ain't never been to Africa.
That's right. We've never been to Africa before. That's why we're black.
A Republican who happened to be a businessman, and people just didn't like that. So we, people said all kinds of nasty things, and we had to protect ourselves. We didn't want people showing up at our houses, and we protected ourselves, so we went back and got our little kitty names, what we did back in our childhood, the stuff that we used to play with. We had to reach back and pull those names.
That's right.
We just didn't know they were going to become household names.
So we could have been Peaches and Cream, but we decided on Diamond and Silk.
There you go.
Yeah,
that works well.
Yeah, I like it. You guys are hilarious and have really blown up after Trump. You think it's probably because of your upbringing? I think your father was a televangelist, or both your parents.
Our parents are pastors. I think it was our upbringing. Listen, I think we've always been conservative thinkers. Always, because of the way we were raised. We just tended to vote Democrat. And when President Trump came along, it was like, you know what? Just because you black, it didn't mean you had to vote Democrat.
That's
you
right.
can get off the Democratic plantation, and you can switch your party to something different and vote for something different. We wanted something different. We didn't want another career politician. We wanted the businessman that was going to secure the border, bring back our jobs, and then have our country thriving again. That's what we wanted. We look at all of these career politicians. They work for their own greed and not the need of people. They go in poor, come out 50 rich. Look at Obama. He getting his kickback, patty wax, give a dog a ball now. You see the Netflix deal with the book deals. You see what I'm talking about? He worked for Hollywood. He didn't work for the American people. He pushed what they wanted. This president right now, President Trump, is pushing what the American people want. The American people want to be prosperous and successful, and that's what he's pushing, and that's what we love.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. Ladies, when did you...
Women, don't have me talking.
That's right.
I've been to talk up the whole show. I get happy. I'm sorry.
We'll talk up your whole show.
That's okay.
No, we love it. So when did you first? Was it Trump's trip down the escalator when he gave his first speech at Trump Tower? When was it that you guys got on board with Trump?
Listen, I saw it. I watched it when he was coming down the escalator when he spoke that day. And I picked up my phone and I called my sister. I said, girl, cut on your TV. I know it's turned on your TV. I said, cut on your TV. Donald Trump is announcing he's running for president.
And I cut on my TV.
And she called me back halfway through. She said, girl, this is going to be the next president of the United States. And we didn't think anything of it, but we saw how the media started throwing him under the bus and calling him out of his name. So we spoke out about it. We just didn't know all of these people were going to hear it.
Yeah, what was it? What was it exactly about his speech? Was it when he called all Mexicans rapists?
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
He didn't call all Mexicans.
And murderers?
Mexican rapists.
Yeah, I heard it.
No, he didn't. See, you cannot have selective hearing and just select what you want to hear. You got to hear it all the way out.
Ladies, we know.
Ladies, it was a joke. It was a joke. I know, of course.
Don't get me started. Let me just tell you what we love. We love the fact that he said, I want to secure the border. Don't you secure your house? Isn't the White House secure? America House should be secure. And let me tell you why. If you come in this country, you do need to be legal. Illegal aliens crossing our borders, they take American jobs, especially African Americans, especially Hispanics that's here legally. They take their jobs. That's not right. You have a business right now. Let's say if you had a business. They can come over here, take your business, undercut your business, and charge somebody lower, take your whole business, and then you sitting riding dirty without a job. And they're not even supposed to be in here. Is that fair?
Nope.
Is that fair?
That's not fair.
I hear silence. I hear crickets. That's not fair.
That's not
when
fair.
you come into this country, you need to be legal. It's time for the American people to obtain the American dream.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, has Trump done anything during the campaign or during his presidency now that you guys have disagreed with, or are you just fully behind?
I'm fully behind everything he do. I absolutely love what he do. He's not a traditional president, and that's what I love. We needed something different. You know darn well if we would have had crooked Hillary in office, all of our jobs would be overseas. The American people would be riding dirty and looking crazy, fooling with her. He tried to pander with hot sauce. President Trump didn't have to pander us with a bottle of hot sauce.
That's right.
He didn't have to do that. He just spoke it plain where we could understand it. He shook awoke America. He shook awoke the silent majority is what he did.
That's right.
That's right.
But you got to agree. I mean, there's been some bumps in the road along the way, right? I mean, you know,
No, it's
grab
no
him
bump.
by the pussy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Now you a man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't you a man?
Yeah.
I am.
I think
Okay,
so.
what type of talk do you talk in your private, in the comfortability of your bedroom or your locker room?
You don't want to know.
Wait a minute, President Trump. Wait a minute, then Donald Trump. That was when he was in his
A
business
citizen.
life.
That's
He
right.
was a citizen, an American citizen.
In a private conversation.
That was a private conversation between him and another person.
Yeah.
Not to be
Hey,
linked
hey,
to the.
and aren't you glad that it's best to grab him by the P instead of the D, right?
Right.
That's sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Right.
Yeah, I've never thought of it
let me
like
tell
that.
you
But
something. I
bring up
get
a solid
tired.
point.
That's what I don't like. I don't like it when people feel like they can go back into somebody's past and pull out some salacious gossip and try to use that against him.
Yeah, we
Listen,
agree.
he was a private
We
citizen.
agree.
He was a businessman. He's an American. Don't you talk. Please, if I reach back and look into your past, I'm quite sure you said some things too.
Oh, it's
Oh
checkered.
my God.
Checkered to say the least.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I am a monster.
I'm a monster too. We're both monsters. Yeah, don't worry about us. So it's funny. I mean, I'm sure I know already what you're going to say, but the coverage this president gets is unlike anything we've ever seen. Mika Brzezinski, for instance, that on MSNBC. What did she say yesterday?
Morning Joe.
Yeah, on Morning Joe, she comes out and says something like, "Oh, Trump's biggest complaint is he can't get porn. He can't watch porn in the White House." And then last night you had De Niro at the Tony Awards announcing "fuck Trump" like to this audience that gives him a standing ovation. I mean, I don't even know what my question is, but you guys have to be really frustrated
Let me
with
just tell you what they're doing. They're using this president and saying anything that they can say to get ratings because they know that their ratings are tanking.
And to try to be relevant.
Mika need to be quiet, shut her mouth. She hadn't even been up there to the White House probably, so you don't know what was said, what wasn't said. So please, listen, salacious gossip. I don't want to hear about a source. When you talk about a source, you probably ain't doing nothing but telling a lie. Mika, and if she want to talk about somebody being infatuated, how about her being infatuated with that porn star that they keep running around acting like she's a victim?
Yeah,
the one that was laying on her back for a check because she's irrelevant.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
what is she going to do to help our country?
Right.
She's a porn star. What is a porn star going to do to help our country? How's she going to help us build a wall? Slide up and down one of the poles?
The hate is definitely flowing freely from both sides. But how much hate do you two get specifically because you're African Americans?
Blacks.
Or black.
Black women.
I'm sorry, you're
That's
black
right,
women.
we're black women.
Yeah, supporting
Trump.
Trump.
Here's the deal. Let me just say it like this here. The more they hate, the more we continue to educate. We continue to let people know that we can no longer vote for a system that keeps handing us crumbs. We continue to let people know that it is not okay for Democrats to think that they can give us enough to keep us quiet and not enough to make a difference. That's what we continue to do. So I don't conjure up the hate. I don't entertain anybody pain. What we do is we put them on the wall of shame. You can see it at diamondandsilk.com. It's going to take all of us to make America great again, and that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah, go to that website and get a T-shirt too. They're badass. But my follow-up to that is that criticism about you guys, do you think from actual other black people, or do you think it's from these social justice warrior white assholes who are just hitting
it can be listen, it may be from both, but who cares? The more they hate, the more you got to continue to educate. And listen, your haters make you greater. They are the ones that's watching you and making you great.
Yeah,
if you wasn't doing something right, they wouldn't even be watching you.
Well, that's right. But the sad thing is that we do have a lot of black people that do call us out of our names, call us Coons, Uncle Tom, Aunt Your Mama, Bahama Mama, call us all of these different derogatory names, and then they want to sit back and cry racism whenever a white person call a black person the same names.
Right.
So you got the charity start at home. You got to check your own house before you start talking about somebody else's.
That's a tough argument. I watched you guys. You did an interview as we were prepping for this. I think it was Maria Bartiromo. And you were making that same claim, like we get called monkeys and coons.
No, it's not a claim. That's a fact.
Well, yeah,
that is true. Go to diamondandsilk.com, click on Wall of Shame, and you will see the African or the black people that say the most derogatory things.
But what were you trying to say?
My bigger point was, look, I'm called a racist almost every day for opinions I have that are out there or whatever, and I'm not, and I'm fine. I'm comfortable with that. So I know what it's like to be mislabeled something when it's not what you are. But I got to tell you, even when you like, they call monkeys and I'm like, oh fuck. Even for me, that was hard to listen to.
Well, it's the truth.
It is the naked, nasty truth, and that's exactly what they do. But the deal is, they only name call you because we know who we are. Sticks and stones may break our bones, but names will never hurt us. We don't allow that to hurt us. We know that what they're trying to do, we call those the dog whistle, the gatekeepers. They are upset that we left the Democrat plantation.
Right.
They are upset that we are talking about and we're for this white man. Because when you're on a Democrat plantation or a Democrat, you're taught that white people are racist, that Republicans are all racist. Now that we're doing something different and out of the norm, now they want to call us racist, two black girls racist, and all of these different derogatory names. But the deal is, we know who we are, so nobody can name us.
And how much support have you received from other black people? Because it's easy.
Of support.
Yeah, because I think the media and the Democrats are, as you say, trying to make sure everybody stays in their lanes. But behind the scenes, I assume you guys are receiving a lot of support, right?
Let me tell you what's going on behind the scenes. While the left keep race baiting, you got black people waking up and they say, oh, whoa, I'm voting for this man. And listen, the president had a lot of black people to vote for him whenever he became president, more than Mitt Romney, more than McCain.
Right.
And so if you look at now, I believe that he's going to have even more black people.
That's right.
Not only black people, but if you are a Democrat, you got to understand a lot of Democrats also switch their party to Republican to vote for President Trump. I think people want something different. I think people are waking up.
Yep, but there's a shame that comes with it too. I mean, look what happened to Kanye West.
That's the left-wing media
No, you missed my point.
They don't want to ostracize and criticize and stigmatize you if you say, I support the president.
But I will say this, in the airports, we do have a lot of black people that come up to us and they say it quietly, we love President Trump, because they feel like they can't speak out loud about it, because if they do, then they're ostracized, criticized, and they're traumatized.
That's why the polls were all wrong, because there are white people thinking the same thing.
They're silent about it, but that's okay, because the silent majority is silent no more. They're speaking out about it. And the Democrats, the left, want to make you look shame for voting for President Trump or saying that you're for Trump. If you say you're for Trump, they try to shame you for it. But what we have to do as black people, as Americans, because we got to look past the skin color, baby, and realize we're one race, and that's the human race. What we have to do is speak back to them. Stop folding like paper and let them know, you're not going to call me no racist. You're not going to call me no Nazis. You're not going to call me no coons. What you call me back to you 2 times is what we got to do.
Hey, one example of one of those Democratic politicians trying to keep you in your lane is Sheila Jackson Lee. I watched some of your guys' testimony before Congress. You guys were there in April, I believe, because of the Facebook and YouTube deals where they labeled you unsafe and hate speech, etc. But she was particularly just so annoying and so
stupid,
so hateful. You could just tell. First off, did her deep dude-like voice surprise you? Because when I'm watching that, I'm like, is that a dude?
Wait a minute. I'm not going to call her dude, but what I will call her is a hypocrite, because you have those people, some of them are part of the Congressional Black Caucus. They march in the streets for equality, yet they deny Diamond and Silk equality. They deny us our freedom of speech. They didn't want to even talk about freedom of speech. What we were up there for, they was on to some other salacious foolishness.
That's right.
You know, they don't want us to attain the American dream. They thought we may be making $1 too much. I mean, it was the hypocrisy. And these are the people that we pay. We pay them to sit and do that.
That's
this is why we have to vote them out. We can no longer vote for a system that keeps handing us crumbs. And if you're voting for a Democrat, you only going to be handed a crumb.
That's right.
Enough to keep you quiet, but not enough to make a difference.
And to tell you the truth, I think they were really shocked to see 2 black women sitting at the table, because they're not used to seeing that. See, black people supposed to be out in the street burning down their communities, marching and talking about no justice, no peace. But you had 2 black women sitting there at the table, thanks to the Republican Party, inviting us to the table to talk about an issue that was plaguing us, that was plaguing conservative voices. So with us sitting there, I believe the other black Democrats, they was like scared, like shocked, like, what? 2 black females sitting here at the table talking about an issue, and they're not in the street burning down their communities? Oh my God, this is not how this is supposed to be.
And another thing we have to recognize is that those congressmen and women, they're up there working for the American people. They're supposed to be working for the American people, not illegal aliens, the American people. So when we come up there to the table because we have a problem, their job is to listen and see how we going to solve it.
That's
not
right.
take and try to throw us up under the bus, lie on us, try to create havoc. That's not what they're supposed to do, and that's why we have to really, literally vote these people out.
Well, what's the current state of your guys' social media accounts, YouTube and Facebook? Did you get that worked out?
We're still being censored. We're still being censored, especially on Facebook. Listen, we dropped a video the other day. It's just now hitting 80,000 views.
Wow.
We have 1.6 million followers.
That's right.
Fans.
And keep in mind that we used to garner anywhere from 2 to 9 million views and reach for a day, per day. 2 to 9 million per day. Now we're lucky if we get 100 to 500,000.
That's crazy. What do they say when you call them out for that? That's insane.
Oh, they don't say anything. Mark Zuckerberg must think he's invincible.
So does this affect your bottom line then? I mean, I'm assuming you guys are paid from YouTube views.
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah, so that's why we have our little store. So we sell our little T-shirts and our
There you go. Go get a
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Go get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You're going to love this T-shirt.
Beautiful.
That's why we do what we do. But you know what? People need to really understand, and now these are liberals. These are liberals that have a problem. If you don't talk the way they talk, then you're not going to be able to obtain the American dream in this country. That's what I see. These are rich liberals telling you, if you don't do it my way, if you don't go along with my foolishness, then you won't be able to. I will keep my feet on your neck, but nobody has a right to keep their feet on our necks.
No, it's funny. I never thought I'd see the day where black women are called racist, or who's the gay guy that got in all the trouble, and they called him a homophobe.
Oh,
Milo Yiannopoulos. It's like, you're calling this gay guy a homophobe? That's hilarious.
Listen, had President Trump not come along, I wouldn't have saw anything. I would have just went with the status quo. I would have went with the norm.
Yeah.
It's normal to vote for what the left want you to vote for.
Right.
Do what the left want you to do. When you start paying attention, see, the left keep telling everybody to stay woke. What Diamond and Silk on the right is telling everybody is pay attention. When you start paying attention to some things, you start seeing some things, and you're like, wait a minute. We are being controlled by the left. By the these left-leaning liberals.
That's right.
That lean so far to the left that they're falling off the cliff, and they want us to go with them. Absolutely not.
Ladies, let me ask you this. What would Trump have to do for you two to stop supporting him? Is it true that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue? And
well, let me say it like this. What Donald Trump need to continue to do is do what he's doing right now. He say what he mean, and he means what he says. It's exactly what he needs to continue to do.
Yeah, but is there something he could do? Like,
don't
what
turn
if
into
he
a career politician.
But can I just ask, why would you ask us that question?
I don't know.
And everybody is looking for him to mess up in some kind
No,
of
not
way.
at all. That's not what it is.
Wait a minute. Can I just make my point?
Sure.
We want to see this president succeed because we are all going to succeed when he succeeds. So when you ask me a question like that,
I'm probing the depth of your support. I mean, you guys seem
Let me tell you something. We've been at this here since June of 2015 when it comes to this president. We've never wavered. We've never backed down. We've always been behind him. Now, I know you probably see people getting on the Trump train now that claim their love and their support for President Trump.
Actually, I feel it waning, to be honest.
We voted. We switched our party. We got videos to prove our loyal and our support for our president.
I understand. I just wondered if there was a line.
He's doing an amazing job, and that's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jay and I, we can criticize this president. We support him.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of nutty things he says and does.
Yeah.
But, his policies are not all bad. He's done some good things, I feel like.
And so you don't want to, I think if you just blanket support everything he does, then you just look like you're.
You lose credibility.
Yeah. So I think Jay and I gain.
I don't lose credibility because I don't go around and do like the left. Listen, let me tell you what I don't do. What I don't do is I don't believe in throwing people under the bus, and I believe in giving people a fair chance.
Sure.
Right. So far, in our eyes, the president is doing an amazing job. He is doing a good job. He's not wavering. He's not backing down. You see, he's over in Singapore. You see what's happening with this dictator. They're going to come to the table. I mean, you see the amazing things that he's doing what none of these career politicians could do. He's doing what none of these here deep state swamp dwellers couldn't do.
It is interesting.
What he's doing, and that's what we're focused on.
And another thing, this is what loyalty look like, and that's what's lacking in this country. We say, okay, we're going to vote for this person, but the person go into office and they do absolutely nothing.
Yep.
They forget about you until 4 years later.
Right.
We have a president that's doing what he said he's going to do, and we are loyal to that, and we trust the process no matter how it looks.
Right.
And with us being his support to do that, that's why we're winning again.
Mm-hmm.
But if we was on the fence, we don't know about this, where he said this wrong, where he shouldn't have said it that way. He is not a career rehearsed politician.
Yes.
And we did not vote for that. So he's going to be a little rough around the edges. But let me tell you what that roughness do. That roughness cuts back on all of these different policies that's been plaguing America.
Yeah.
That's what we need here.
We need that.
I feel like Diamond's mad at us.
Did you
hear it?
support you. I'm not going to criticize you every day, all day.
Diamond.
If I'm supporting you. I got my back up against yours to support you. I got you.
I feel like, Diamond, why are you mad at us? We're your friends.
I'm not mad. But I don't like it when y'all talk. You can't say nothing bad about my president.
We didn't say anything
It's a fair question, isn't it?
A phenomenal job.
I understand that. I thought my questions were fair. But, hey, let me ask you this. You mentioned the Singapore summit. Can I assume that you're pretty optimistic about the chances of denuking North Korea?
I'm very optimistic.
Yeah.
He's doing what a career politician couldn't do. And what he just did was change the game, because guess what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. These career politicians ain't going to just be able to think they're going to just slide in the seat and get back into office like that.
I know it's refreshing.
It's not going to be like that.
It's refreshing as hell to watch them all squirm and not know what to do with him. It really is. But I'm curious, though. You guys were lifelong Democrats.
Yes, we were.
And you flipped because of Trump. Well, one day Trump won't be in office. Do you guys go back to Team Democrat, or are you guys Republicans now?
No. I cannot go back to liberal policies like that.
That's right.
I can't. So you have to understand when you're lifelong Democrats and you're conditioned, and then the left tell you certain things, you start to believe it. But we see what's being done in our country.
That's
Look at right now when we get tax cuts, more money in our pocket. But you have a Democrat like Nancy Pelosi saying they're crumbs. Mm-hmm. See, people like Nancy Pelosi, out of touch. The poverty pimp Maxine, she's out of touch. These people are out of touch. These people have been in office for 20-some years, ain't even pushed not even a good handful of legislation. What are they doing for their districts? Absolutely nothing. And this is why we have to vote these type of people out.
And for Diamond and Silk, it's not about the party. It's about the person. Who can best do the job? And that's why we voted for Donald Trump. We just so happen to have to be Republican in order to do so because of the way that the rules are set up. So it's about the person who can best do the job.
Do you guys think you would be nearly as popular as you are with millions of followers and sold out shows at, pretty expensive tickets if you were two white women? Do you think the reaction would be the same?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
And here's really black.
The flat.
I don't know. And listen,
the flat out truth is no.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
And
no, it's not your fault.
Looking for a reaction at all.
The answer is no, and it's sad because of identity politics. That's it. You know, because you guys are out there, you're unique, you're unicorns. You know, as far as the media wants to portray it, at least. And so you absolutely would not be making a dent if you were two white chicks. Bottom line.
Yeah.
So good for you. I mean, I'm not criticizing what you're doing or why you're doing it, but that's a fact.
Well, I believe that if we was black Democrats doing the same thing, that we would not, because that's the norm. It's like the thing of the norm to be talking Democrat policies.
Right.
I think that we do stand out because of that, and that's probably why we get all the backlash that we do because of that. But they got to remember that we are awoke. We have our own minds, and we're thinking for ourselves. We're doing something different. We're thinking outside of the black box, and a lot of the people on the left cannot get with that. But it's okay with us because we got with it, and that's why we voted Donald Trump.
Yeah, I give you guys a lot of credit. You're passionate as hell, and I want you guys on my team if I'm ever in a bind, man. Yeah. You guys, woo!
Even though it sounds like Diamond is mad at us. I think Diamond doesn't like us.
I'm not mad. No.
You screamed us. You yelled a little bit. You yelled at us a little bit.
Angry.
Directly yelled at me.
Yep, you did.
I'm sorry.
That's okay,
I think Diamond is so full of passion because, see, we've been silent for so long, and it's been like a bursting. And I think whenever she just burst, she just let it fly. Let's let it go. And she's so passionate about this thing because we see the difference that's happening here in America. Look at the unemployment rate down. You know, black folks, a lot of black folks ain't worked this much in years. Mm-hmm. We had a black president in office that did absolutely nothing for the black folks. He's from Chicago, and what did he do? How did he reach back to help Chicago? Now we have a president in office that's doing something for black people, that's doing something for all American, making everybody inclusive and not excluding anybody.
Right.
And so when we see that, not just Diamond, but even Silk and a lot more other folk, when we see this, it's like this passion inside of us, like, yes, and we get sick and tired of the left thinking they can take and demean this president, make derogatory remarks towards this president, call him all type of racist. Donald Trump is not a racist. He's a realist, and the only color he sees is green, and he wants everybody, including black folks, to have some of it.
That's right.
And that's what we love about it.
Well, I think what the left is doing is a losing hand. I don't think the American people are buying it.
Right.
And, it'll be interesting to see what happens in November, for sure. But Diamond and Silk, thank you guys so much for coming on our show today.
Wish you the best.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for having us, and we'll see you all in Michigan.
Yeah, you're going to be with Corey Lewandowski. Diamond and Silk is who we're talking to at the American Polish Cultural Center in Troy. Yeah, that'll be this Friday, the 15th, 7 to 9. Tickets you can get at Eventbrite, and that's BRITE, eventbrite.com. Thanks again, Diamond and Silk. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're
Love
welcome.
you guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.